Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about SoFi. SoFi is an all-in-one app that offers banking, loans, investing, crypto and much more. And in this video we're going to go over the fundamentals, the technicals, the latest news. And we're going to answer the question whether this is the last chance to buy more SoFi for the long-term investor. So without further ado, let's dive right in. We're now looking at the charts on TradingView of SoFi, and we can see it's trading in the pre-market at $27.65. And this is a company with a market cap of around 34 billion, which makes it mid-size, and there is a lot of momentum. We can see that the 50 simple moving average is above the 200, and it's in a strong uptrend. We see this company making higher lows and higher highs. So based on the technicals, I would say this company is very bullish, and there's a lot of momentum, and the path of least resistance is up. So at the end of the video, I'll do my personal price prediction. We go back to the charts, but for now, we're going to find out whether this is a strong fundamental company and whether this company is cheap. So what is SoFi exactly? SoFi is an all-in-one place, an all-in-one app, a solution for all things finance related. And it's not just a broker, it's not just a bank or a crypto place, it's like an all-in-one place. And so they have personal loans, banking, credit scoring guys, mortgage loans, student loan refinancing, you can invest, private loans, credit card, and they have crypto as well. And you can see that they have over 12.6 million members, which is great. And you can see that the app looks kind of like this. You have like a place for banking, investing, and you can track your finances all in one place. And this company is getting really popular, and a lot of people are using it at the moment. So here on the investor relation page of SoFi, we can read the latest news. And here we can read that SoFi launches fully reserved stablecoin to power financial infrastructure for banks, fintechs, and enterprise partners. So SoFi created a new stablecoin, SoFiUSD. So it's the first national bank to issue a stablecoin on a public permissional blockchain. So it's a stablecoin on a blockchain and it's backed by dollars. They have a cash reserve and it's backed by dollars. So it's always one-on-one with the dollar and the SoFi dollar. It's exactly the same value. And they use the blockchain technology to make transactions more cheap, efficient, and secure. So here we can read, blockchain is a technology supercycle that will fundamentally change finance, not just in payments, but across every area of money. And here we can see last month, SoFi became the first and only national bank to offer crypto trading to consumers. Members can buy, sell, and hold nearly 30 coins and have a safe, seamless way to engage with crypto directly within the SoFi ecosystem. So I think this is great news for SoFi. They're really on the forefront of technology and using stablecoins to make transactions more efficient, cheap, and fast. We're now looking at Guru Focus to get a quick fundamental overview of the company. We can see that Guru Focus gave a score of 62 out of 100, which is not bad. And they give a lot to growth and momentum. And I agree with that. So here we can see that they give a 4 out of 10 when it comes to financial strength, which is not too bad, but also not really good. The profitability rank is low here ranked, but they are profitable actually. And the growth rank is a 7 out of 10, which is great. So if we look here at the financials of the earnings, and we can see that the revenue has been increasing every single year. If we look at the TTM, and we can see that recently in the last year, the net income is positive. So this company is generating money, which is great. And that is very good as an investor, that you already invest in a company that is already profitable. So if we look here at the cash to debt ratio, we can see it's fine. They have debt, but they also have cash, and it's now kind of one-on-one, which is very healthy. So I made a SWOT analysis of SoFi, and SWOT stands for strength, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats. So let's start with the strength, what SoFi does well. So the first one is fast member growth, which means more people are joining SoFi every year. It's over 12 million members, which is great, which we saw earlier. They are now making a profit. So the company is no longer just growing, it's earning money. The net income was positive, which we saw earlier as well. And the third one is cheap money bank. So SoFi owns its own bank and it can deposit cheaply instead of borrowing just expensively. And the other one is the own tech. SoFi owns its own financial technology platform, and this gives it more control and extra revenue. Now, what are the opportunities? Tech for other firms. SoFi can sell its technology to other banks and fintech companies. and they sell more to users. That's the second one. And they encourage existing customers to use more SoFi products like banking, investing, loans, and even crypto later. Student loans back up. That means as students' loan payments resume, SoFi can refinance more loans, and that's great. And the last one is gain from COF, Discover, industry changes like Capital One plus Discover. So they could benefit SoFi by reducing competition. So what are the weaknesses of this company? The stock price is relatively high, so the stock have already been expensive. So it's a limit. The upside is not as insane as maybe a year ago or something. Many personal loans, heavy exposure to personal loans could be risky if people stop repaying. New shares issued, issuing more shares can dilute existing investors. So this company has a history of issuing more shares, which means more shares in circulation often leads to lower stock prices. That can be a risky thing. And the expensive ads. So SoFi spends a lot of marketing to attract customers. And what are the threats? So the external risks that SoFi can't control, like a bad economy. Think about recessions. They can increase loan defaults. For example, government rules, new banking or crypto regulation could limit growth. Rival apps. There are many fintech apps at the moment and they compete with the same customers. And finally, student loan rules could affect the revenue of the business as well. So these were the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of SoFi. So SoFi wants to be more like a technology company than a traditional bank, with 20% of its revenue coming from tech services by 2026. So is SoFi expensive or cheap? Well, I filled all the numbers in this intrinsic value calculator, and it's based on a discounted cash flow model on Warren Buffett's owner earnings. And I use TradingView to fill in these numbers. And I'm going to use for the earnings growth rate 25%, because if I look here on Finviz, we can see that the earnings per share for the next 5 years is estimated to be 28.07%. So I will make it 25%. And here on Seeking Alvin, they say 82%, but I think that is a little bit too much. It's a little bit too optimistic. So let's just stay with 25%, which is realistic, and a discount rate of 8%. And if we calculate the intrinsic value, we can see that it's undervalued. We can see that it's undervalued by 34.89% with potential upside of 50%. So the true value per share is around $41. And that's great. So we have a margin of safety based on this calculator, which is the intrinsic value based on Warren Buffett's own earnings. An economic moat refers to a competitive advantage that a business has towards its competitors. And Warren Buffett uses this so it knows that it will do well over time. And SoFi has a moat score of a 4 out of 10 here on Guru Focus. And this is a narrow moat, which means it's a modest moat. And it's not the strongest moat. It's not like Nvidia or Microsoft that has a wide economic moat. And there is competition. There are a lot of fintech companies. And that's why this company is a little bit more risky, because it doesn't have a wide moat yet. But it can become a wide moat in the future if they do well. We are now back on the charts on TradingView, and I believe that SoFi is a company with a lot of potential. And it's now trading at $27. And we can see, like I said before, that we are in a technical uptrend. And I think it's still also a strong fundamental company. And it seems also to be undervalued. But the problem is that it doesn't have a wide economic moat yet. And that's why I would personally not invest a large allocation into this company, just a small one, because it's not a wide moat company at the moment. If you only risk, for example, like 2% of your portfolio, you risk $1 to make $10, I think that's great, because there's a lot of hype behind this company and they have a real service, an all-in-one payment, banking, loan, student loan, crypto system where they use stablecoins, their own stablecoin, SoFiUSD, to make payments. And that is kind of the future. So that is great. But of course, always do your own research. This is just for educational purpose only. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.